Hello, my name's Jason. Welcome to the channel. Chances are you're already familiar with this verse. John 3:16 is the most memorized verse in the whole world, and for good reason. In just one sentence, we get the message and spirit of the entire Bible in clear and concise language. For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, so that everyone who believes in him may not perish, but have eternal life. Few other verses contain such standalone power. However, even this verse doesn't come to us in a vacuum. This sermon idea is to place John 3:16 back into its literary context, to see if we can unlock some deeper layers of meaning and gain new insight into the Bible's most famous verse. So here we go. By including these surrounding verses, just two before and two after, we see that we are being called to consider an Old Testament event which is referred to as the Brazen Serpent and found in Numbers 21. The Israelites are being guided and provided for by God in miraculous ways. There's fire and clouds leading the way, there's water flowing from a rock, there's food falling from heaven. However, being short-sighted and impatient, they begin to complain against God. This doesn't go over well, and God sends poisonous snakes that start biting people. And once you've been bitten, the clock was ticking. You're essentially what death row prison guards call a dead man walking. Obviously, this changes the atmosphere in the camp. And in the midst of the utter chaos, the people begin to confess and pray. Their confession is genuine and specific, and their prayer is simple and urgent. God does have mercy on them, and he responds. But he doesn't take the snakes away. He tells Moses to make a snake and lift it up. Then everyone who is bitten can look at the snake that's been lifted up and they will live, which is where we get this image as a universal sign for healing. So how does this story help us understand John 3:16? It's a good question, and I'm glad that you asked. I want us to consider the zombie apocalypse TV series, The Walking Dead. The show follows a group of survivors that are pulling together to avoid being bitten by zombies so they don't become zombies. But a major discovery is made that changes everything. They eventually find out that they are already carrying the zombie agent in their blood. It's as if they've already been bitten. This is a huge paradigm shift, not only for the characters but for the audience, as we realize that the Walking Dead are not the zombies, but the survivors. The story of the bronze serpent in connection with John chapter 3 beckons this same paradigm shift. And this is the aha moment of the sermon. People need to realize that we are condemned already. We've already been bitten. The venom is coursing through our veins and death is looming and imminent. But because of God's great love, he gave us the anti-venom. And just as the people looked with their eyes and saw the snake, we look with our hearts and believe in the Son. Listen, everyone's been bitten, but that's why the Son is lifted up so everyone can see. And that'll preach.